Hello and welcome back. I hope you're doing really well. Great video again for you guys today as the crypto markets continue to heat up massively. We are, I believe, approaching an altcoin season. We didn't really have one last year as there was no blow off top for Bitcoin. We kind of had that mini one, particularly revolving around the Binance Smart Chain, and then it kind of faded out into nothing towards the end of the year. Obviously, there was being impacted by things such as C19 and other sort of, pandemic influencing factors towards the end of the year. I think this summer, we will see the altcoin season that we've been looking for, and it's going to be one hell of a journey. If we look at the crypto bubbles, we can see Quant is doing absolutely amazing things. Finally, 16.3% up on the day, 30% on the week, and 32% on the month. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know I've been singing Quant's praises. It's one of the best interoperability solutions out there to date. It has absolutely massive potential, and it sits within a lot of different boards for governing or governments. For example, the Digital Pound Foundation it's part of, and it looks like it has real potential to be involved in CBDCs and other corporate style programs. I've been continuing to dollar cost average into this. I'm now actually starting to turn green on my position, despite the fact that I was purchasing Quant near its all-time highs. This just goes to show how powerful DCAing into these positions are, and I will continue to do so right up until we see something explosive happen. Hedera as well, 1.1% on the day and 12% on the week. This has been one of the best weeks we've seen for Hedera in quite a while. As I said before, we are really nearly reclaiming that monthly position. And as we rapidly approach the beginning weeks of April, where Stader Labs' Hedera staking goes live, I think we're going to see a lot more adoption of HBAR, as there's now incentive for those early adopters to actually hold the tokens. And then not only that, within April, probably into May time, we're going to see the DEXs, dApps, decentralized applications, all of the fun stuff in the ecosystem that you guys are all looking forward to will begin rolling out. We've got major players in the space such as SourceSwap, we've got Hedera Starter, we've got NFT projects like Dead Pixels that are looking to launch. There is so much going on in the Hedera ecosystem, and I'm incredibly bullish. As I said, I think we're approaching this altcoin season, and I'll show you some more information later on in the video as to why that may be happening. Flicking over as well, HashPack have just updated their roadmap. So again, getting bullish about the Hedera ecosystem. We can see their Hedera token support is done. Their token UI of sending and receiving is done. The DApp integration for Web3 interoperability is complete. The Hash Connect public beta release is currently in progress. And then what's more important is what's next and coming soon. So we've got cross-chain bridges, so HBAR to BTC and Ethereum. This is massive. Once these cross-chain bridges are complete, this then enables all of the tokens within the Hedera ecosystem to be ported across to the existing solutions in the space, and it allows this capital flow between the layer 1 solutions. Really, really big and crucial next step for the Hedera ecosystem. Once this takes off in conjunction with dApps and DEXs, the sky's the limit really for Hedera in general. Staking, in-wallet staking is coming soon as well. We already know this. The next couple of weeks, we're so close with Stader Labs. Local backups to safely back up your data, again, brilliant. And then out to the future, you've got desktop and mobile apps, which I think you guys are all waiting for. In-wallet token swaps, a lot of this will be facilitated by DEXs anyway, and then light and dark mode themes. So really, really bullish in the space. Obviously, HashPack are pioneers when it comes to the Hedera ecosystem, as being one of the first sort of really fully fledged projects that are enabling all of this to happen. So massive thank you to HashPack anyway. I urge you all to make sure you've got a HashPack app. Any new dApps and DEXs that come out will most likely, nearly 99.9%, be guaranteed to be integrated with HashPack. So make sure you've got one. Some more interesting space in the crypto world in general is this change of heart, so to speak, of Goldman Sachs. So if you come over to their main website, we can now see on their homepage they are talking about cryptocurrency. So digitalization insight from cryptocurrencies to the metaverse, explore the mega trends that are reshaping economies. Really interesting, they're talking about reshaping economies when we look back to 2018, when they turned around and said most cryptocurrencies will crash to zero, they are completely worthless. The same sort of information that was coming out from the Fed at the time back in 2018, after sort of 2017, 2018, we had the likes of Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett saying they are pointless. They would never compete with the US dollar. The US dollar was stable. Well, in my opinion, the US dollar is not stable. It hasn't been ever since it left the gold standard. It effectively is only propped up by the beliefs of those that use the dollar. And it's exactly the same for cryptocurrencies. Just the difference being is that the US dollar has been around for a long period of time. However, times change, and we can clearly see these big businesses now adopting it. For example, as I've said, Goldman Sachs. The writing's on the wall. Don't do what they say, do what they do is probably the way to look at this. And they are clearly beginning to invest into cryptocurrencies despite everything they've ever said. They've realized it's a money-making opportunity, and that this is the next sort of industrial revolution that we're going to see, or a technological revolution effectively. This could change so many lives. This is what 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗠𝗏 has been speaking about ever since he had the vision for Hashgraph in general. Talking about Altseason and whether it's coming or not, some interesting charts here from BTC Fuel. I'm not really a big believer in sort of technical analysis anyway, especially on the short-term timeframes. However, on the macro or wider scale, longer term timeframes, they can be useful. And we can see here that Bitcoin dominance should begin to drop in the coming months, because the ETH BTC is becoming very bullish, i.e. Ethereum is gaining ground on Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin dominance just got rejected from a resistance point. So we can see here as well, once we begin to see this capital flow out of Bitcoin into Ethereum, Ethereum will do a bit of a pump, and then normally majority of the blue chip altcoins will begin to pump first. Hedera being one of those blue chip altcoins, again we can see some decent appreciation there. Not only that as well, we've got other projects in the space like Quant, if you guys are invested in it. You've got Engine Coin, you've got XRP potentially. Again, I think a lot of that at the moment is, for most people, deemed too risky due to the SEC case against it, but still really good stuff. If we talk about HBAR in more detail as well, we can see that it's been consolidating realistically since 2020. Obviously, we had a bit of a run in 2021. But we're on this sort of like 12-month consolidation period now. The monthly support 1 year after an 800% move is very bullish. HBAR is primed for an explosive breakout from these levels. We could still even retest or lose this level briefly on the Bitcoin side. But if it goes on a run, ultimately this could bring a 20 to 30x, taking the price to $5 to $6. This would push HBAR somewhere near the top 10 cryptocurrencies, depending on where the market caps of those top projects go. I've been saying this since the beginning, guys. HBAR is massively undervalued, and realistically, this is all perfect timing. If you think about how this is all happening, if we're moving into an altcoin season, it's perfectly aligned with HBAR's development cycle. The development cycle is beginning to enable these dApps and DEXs and this capital flow and total value locked and staking at exactly the same time that the markets are shaping up for a massive, massive rocket ride. So again, I think the stars are kind of aligning on this project at the moment, and all of us that have been here for a long time and been averaging into our positions will probably be rewarded very greatly, and I'm all for it. I'm so excited. Talking about the Hedera ecosystem, I kind of just put this together. I may release it on Twitter, but it's just some of the key projects in the space that I've been keeping up to date with, because they're all kind of pioneering different avenues or sections of Hedera. So obviously we've got HashPack down here with their wallet integrations. These are guys that are kind of the cornerstone of the Hedera community at the moment. We've obviously got Stellar Labs that have come in originally from Terra Luna, and they're going to be providing the staking features in the next couple of weeks for HBAR, which is mega bullish. You've got Saucer Swaps as a DEX doing great things, obviously with their early NFT collection as well for sort of early access and additional rewards, but they're going to have the swapping features and the full-fledged AMMs that we're used to from, say, the Binance Smart Chain. We've got massive global solutions such as Dovu, which are solving world crises effectively and have big potential to be incorporated into large-scale businesses with their token credits. We've got really cool NFT projects. For example, I like Dead Pixels. There are some others as well. I think Wars from Wizards is launching tomorrow or today. I can't remember when, but I'm very bullish on Dead Pixels. And then obviously we've got Hedera Starter as well, being a launchpad / incubator and DAO service, which is developing very rapidly. And they're also looking at implementing some form of DEX and AMM solutions as well. They're going to be kind of a one-stop shop. There is so much going on at the moment, and some high quality talent within the Hedera ecosystem that is building the future for all of us. Talking about building the future as well, I mentioned previously that the interoperability and the cross-chain bridges is important, and that is what HashPort facilitates. So receive your suggestion for HTS tokens to be ported. It'd be great to integrate them all, but one has to be first. Cast your vote for the next supported token. We can see that SACHS is currently leading at the moment, and we've got Source, which I personally voted for as well, at roughly 27%. Would be fantastic to see either of these projects get ported, as this opens up to the cross-chain interoperability between them, and again, very bullish for capital flow between these layer 1 solutions. More bullish news for HBAR again as well. So LG, if you guys know, I've covered them previously on the channel because they minted some NFTs for their award celebration for employees via Hedera. They obviously sit on the Hedera Governing Council as well, but LG have finally added blockchain and crypto as a new area of business. So the South Korean tech giant LG Electronics has officially updated its business development goals to include cryptocurrency and blockchain-based software. Massive, massive news, particularly because they sit on the Hedera Governing Council. They have used the Hedera token service in the past to mint NFTs for their award ceremonies. So there is large potential here that they are going to be utilizing Hedera to fulfill this new business case that they have opened for cryptocurrencies and blockchain solutions. Really, really bullish stuff. Something that was covered yesterday, if you guys were present, there was a Twitter space with 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗠𝗏 and some other key players of the space, and HBAR-BTC actually was on there talking about their platform, and they are actually developing a smart contractless DeFi system on Hedera, and that was part of a challenge effectively set by 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗏, saying that you can do everything on Hedera without the need of smart contracts if you try hard enough. And these guys have effectively taken that as a challenge, and they are developing a smart contractless DeFi system on Hedera. It was really interesting to hear from them yesterday evening, but they look to be building a very fully fledged system, which they reckon will be live somewhere around the middle of this year. They're probably about 3 months away. So really interesting stuff here, and HSuite could be added to this collection of DEXs and dApps that we are all looking forward to. So I'll put you guys on that one as well. Talking about Quant and sort of wrapping up the video, again, there's a little bit more sort of technical stuff here, but Quant is nowhere near finished as it holds the resistance free until the target of 394.9, so previous all-time high of roughly $400. This means Quant has the potential to climb up 150% more with each pullback, if any, likely only adding to the strength at which it pushes. Quant may still be at early stages, and I completely agree with this. You know, I've been dollar cost averaging into this position. To be honest, I was buying somewhere up around here as it was pulling back from its all-time highs anyway, and obviously it's continued its downtrend. I've averaged it in since then, and my positions are actually starting to turn green with this last increase that we've seen. I think in general, seeing all this technical analysis across the crypto projects just goes to show that maybe we are looking and heading towards an alt season. As I've said to you guys before, less concerned about the short-term trends for sort of technical analysis. I'm more interested in the macro side for the long term over the coming weeks and months, and the coming weeks and months are looking mega bullish. The last thing I want to say to you guys before I wrap up this video is I have opened the Discord server. If you guys kind of want to stop by and have a chat, engage with each other, please feel free to join. I've left a link in the description for you guys. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.